We're checking out the CR920 today from Shadow Systems. I hurt my wrist earlier this week, so see how it goes. Alright, I'm gonna try to work some reloads with this gun. I do have the extended base plate on these, so that might alter the reloadability of this, so we'll see. Alright, so that didn't drop free at all. It's kind of hitting the bottom of my hand here, so I'm going to remove my wrist brace here and see if that changes anything. That seemed to be better. Alright, as you can probably tell, we're not getting any kind of slide lock on this. I ride this gun pretty high, so probably why that's happening. Because this gun's mirrors makes no difference, brand new. Something about this gun you gotta understand is you really gotta move your bottom of your hand out of the way for the magazine to drop. I don't have very large hands, but I just can't seem to get this magazine to fall out the way I need it to. So I got 2 more shots here, so let's try one more time. Alright, so I guess we've traded dropping the mag free for slide lock, so I don't know. I'd rather have the magazine fall out right away, but I guess you win some, you lose some. Alright, so as you can see before, we couldn't get these magazines to drop perfectly. I think that's just because of my hand size. This is a really small gun though. Let me take a look at that thing. I do have these extended base plates on all of these magazines. I have 3 of them. They do take proprietary magazines. One interesting thing about this gun is it has a bigger brother. The X model. The X model has a longer grip model. This for me is absolutely perfect. It solves all of my magazine drop free issues. And it holds 15 rounds in this magazine. So you can interchange the top and the bottom. I don't know if I can show this on YouTube, but I'll show you right now. So right here, I got my regular CR920 slide on top of this. And I put my short little slide on a short little frame. Right here. Look at that. And we'll shoot him if you don't believe it. Alright, we got the CR920 slide on the X frame here. Again, in case you didn't believe. CR920X slide on the regular CR920 frame here. So check it out, I guess. The CR920 frame does accept the magazines from the X frame. Fit just like that. They do make a spacer now to kind of fill that void, but with the base plate on this guy, freaking 18 rounds in this little thing. Alright, well since this is more of a video about the CR920 here, I got it all reassembled as it's supposed to be. So this gun normally shits with 2 of these style magazines right here. These are 10-round magazines with a 3-round extension base plate on here. I had this on loan from a buddy of mine, and he just has all the large extensions on there, so I didn't have the opportunity to test out just the pinking extension on this, but I have owned this gun before. I'm gonna say about a year ago I bought one of these, and then they came out with this one, so I sold this one and I got this one. So this is my old one, but pretty much the same gun. It's the CR920 Elite model here. You know, you got the fluted barrel, and then fancy little slide cuts right here. It comes standard with the optic cut, which lets you mount RMSC pattern optics like this one here. Some thoughts on this gun? It's too small. I can't get the magazine out of the gun, as we saw earlier, with or without my little wrist brace here. For a small gun, she's pretty good, so there is that. The ability to accept these larger pattern magazines now that they offer is something that is pretty neat, but it does not accept the standard Glock 43 magazines. It is a proprietary magazine, even though this is pretty much a Glock 43 type clone. Obviously you can put the base plates on the larger magazines. So if you do end up buying this gun, you can always buy these magazines. As I said before, 18 rounds in this little guy is pure witchcraft. So realistically, I have less than 200 rounds on this gun, or at least this particular gun. I haven't had any issues with it. My last CR920 that I owned, I had close to around 2,000-3,000 rounds to that gun. Before I ended up selling it and buying this guy. This one I got probably 4,000 or 5,000 rounds through. Really like this gun. I'll do another complete video on that one at another time. So overall thoughts and opinions, buy the larger one, but if you're gonna buy a Glock 43, buy this instead for sure. You don't have to get the elite one, like I said before. They all come standard with the optic cut, and you're gonna be pleased with this one, I think, more than the Glock 43, just because of that grip angle. I think you get a better shooting experience with this one. The trigger is better, comes cut with an optic from the factory. It is compatible for TLR7 light and other micro lights like that. And if you do happen to have one or the other already and are thinking about picking one up, they do fit in the same holsters. So there is that. Pretty normal for any kind of family of pistol like that. That is the CR920 Elite from Shadow Systems.